Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're talking about a danger that arrives disguised as everything you've ever wanted. Falling for a narcissist doesn't feel like danger at first. It feels like a dream, like you've finally met your soulmate. But that dream has an expiration date, and when it ends, it shatters into a nightmare that leaves you questioning your reality. Today, we're turning on the lights, spotting the signs that were hidden in plain sight. This isn't about blame. It's about reclaiming your power and protecting your peace. Let's begin. The first sign, speed. A narcissist's relationship doesn't walk. It sprints. This is love bombing. From the start, you're the most incredible person they've ever met. It's intoxicating. They talk about moving in, marriage, or a future together before you've even built a present. It feels like destiny, but it's a tactic to fast-track intimacy and secure you as their source of validation. Did you skip the normal awkward stages? Did you go from strangers to soulmates overnight? That's not deep love, it's a strategy. They paint a beautiful future, but it's built on their agenda, not mutual discovery. You commit, feeling lucky and chosen, but the speed is designed to make you dependent. True connection is a slow dance, not a sprint. What they offer is a rush that leaves you breathless and unable to see where you're going. If it feels too good to be true, pause. Real love doesn't need to hurry. Watch for the sprint. Ever met someone who seems to have everything in common with you? With a narcissist, this is mirroring, a conscious strategy. They study you, absorb your interests, and reflect them back, becoming your perfect match. It feels like you've found your twin flame, but it's just a performance. You're falling for a version of yourself, not a real person. Over time, the mask slips, their interests fade, inconsistencies appear. Ask yourself, did you get to know them, or did they just become you? Healthy relationships celebrate differences. If someone seems too perfect, be cautious. You may be looking in a mirror, not at a soulmate. Empathy is the heart of connection, but a narcissist can't truly feel it. They might perform empathy, but your pain is an inconvenience. When you're hurting, they pivot the conversation back to themselves or dismiss your feelings. You're told you're too sensitive or your emotions are invalid. Over time, you stop sharing your feelings, learning it's safer to stay silent. True empathy is presence and care, not hollow words. In a relationship with a narcissist, you end up emotionally alone. You give, they take. When you need them most, their absence is glaring. A relationship without empathy is a one-way street. A narcissist is a bucket with a hole. No amount of love or praise is ever enough. Their need for validation is endless, and you become their main supplier. At first it feels flattering, but soon it's exhausting. You're pressured to manage their emotions, always walking on eggshells. Your own needs get pushed aside, all the spotlight is on them. They're hypersensitive to criticism, reacting with anger or woundedness. Over time, you lose your sense of self, becoming their cheerleader. You exist to make them feel good, forgetting how to feel good about yourself. The job is draining, and you get little in return. Real love celebrates both partners, not just one. In a narcissist's world, they're never at fault. When things go wrong, the blame always lands on you. They twist situations so you end up apologizing for their mistakes. You start to believe you're the problem, analyzing your every move. This blame shifting erodes your self-esteem and trust in your own judgment. You become responsible for their happiness and your own. They create chaos, then blame you for not keeping the peace. In healthy relationships, partners share responsibility. A narcissist can't admit fault. It threatens their fragile ego. If you're always apologizing for their behavior, you're not a partner, you're a scapegoat. Pay attention to this pattern. Gaslighting starts small, tiny denials that make you question your reality. A narcissist calmly insists, "I never said that," planting seeds of doubt. They dismiss your feelings, say you're overreacting, or question your memory. Soon, you're doubting your own sanity, relying on their version of events. They might forget to tell you things or create confusion, then blame you. The goal is to destroy your trust in yourself, making you easier to control. You stop fighting back, unsure what's real. If you're constantly second-guessing yourself, you're likely being gaslit. It's not your weakness, it's their abuse. Trust your instincts. With a narcissist, love is a roller coaster. Intense highs, devastating lows. One moment, you're adored. The next, you're ignored or criticized. This hot and cold cycle keeps you desperate for their approval. It's not random, it's a calculated pattern of intermittent reinforcement. The unpredictability makes you work harder for their affection. You become addicted to the highs, tolerating the lows. Over time, your self-worth erodes and anxiety takes over. A healthy relationship is a safe harbor, not a stormy sea. If you're always guessing which version of your partner you'll get, that's manipulation. Real love is steady, not a game. Boundaries are essential, but to a narcissist, they're a threat. They see your self-protection as defiance, not self-care. They feel entitled to your time, thoughts, and emotions. When you set a boundary, they react with anger, guilt-tripping, or the silent treatment. The goal? Punish you so you won't try again. You end up giving in to keep the peace, losing yourself bit by bit. Your needs become secondary, your life enmeshed with theirs. Healthy partners respect boundaries, narcissists push and punish them. If you're always defending your right to space, that's a red flag. Love respects your no. Living with a narcissist is like living with a cast of characters. Their personality shifts to fit their needs and audience. In public, they're charming and beloved. In private, they can be cruel and demeaning. The switch is so abrupt it causes emotional whiplash. Sometimes they play the victim to avoid accountability, drawing your sympathy. Other times they use the silent treatment as punishment. These personas are masks for manipulation and control. Underneath, there's often no authentic self to connect with. You're in a relationship with shifting characters, not a consistent partner. Trust is impossible when you never know who you're with. The most telling sign? You feel more alone with them than by yourself. You're emotionally isolated, unable to share your true self. You censor your feelings, knowing they'll be dismissed or used against you. Managing their emotions leaves you disconnected from your own. The confident, joyful person you were feels lost. True love should be an antidote to loneliness, not the cause. If their presence makes you feel smaller and more isolated, listen to that truth. That loneliness is your intuition speaking. You deserve a connection that nourishes you. Feeling alone with someone is a clear sign you deserve more. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward healing. If this video resonated, share your story or pass it on. It might help someone else. If you've loved a narcissist or are healing now, hear this. You are not alone. You are not broken or to blame. You are a survivor, stronger than you know. Your empathy and love are your greatest strengths. The right kind of love, one that builds you up, is still out there. Thank you for your courage and openness. Your healing journey is sacred and you deserve peace and joy. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more honest relationship truths.